Oh, I love an understated entrance, me. Oh, wonderful. Welcome. What a lovely congregation we have today. Thank you so much, my little community, for flocking to us. And we're going to have a lovely little sermon today. Thank you so much for joining us. But let's not beat around the bush anymore, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, let's start what we're all here for. Ladies and gentlemen, dearly beloved, let us drop the beat. Often found in my position as village reverend, the time-greated exposition. What you're about to hear throughout this composition is the tale of a village that's steeped in superstition. For here is the church, here is the steeple, from which I peep at the North Middle people. And tonight my attention was particularly stirred when the sounds of a newborn baby was heard. Suddenly a rapping on the vestibule door, a tapping, a din I've not heard before. Who walks in but the town patriarch, who's all of a stutter and he's pacing quick march, saying, "Pass me a Bible." What is the meaning? Turns the book of Numbers 24:17, in which fate dictates the coming of greatness, and the son of Jacob shall be a redeeming. And you think this is the child born tonight? He says yes, the one who was born in God's light, and points up towards the night sky. I follow his gaze, and that's when I spy a single radiant light fixed in place, pinpricking the inky blackness of space. His face lit up with a starstruck design as he turns to me slowly and says, "It's a sign. This boy is a sign of what we can become, a role model for all generations to come." I know it's obscene, but I have foreseen him making us greater than we've ever been. So enroll him in the village's school system, but keep his higher purpose at a safe distance. We'll let him know when he's grown and able, but now he doesn't even know his 4 times tables. Well, at 4 he can barely pick himself up off the floor. 8 ideas beginning to generate. 12 he's getting a better sense of himself. 16 puberty, his body is a mystery. 20 graduating, now he's learned plenty. 24 man grown, hungry for more. Now it's about time that he takes to the floor, introducing the man we've been waiting for. I mean, it's a one-man show. What do you want? You know. Ladies and gentlemen, including the Byra, stand here before you in all of my finery. Do not adjust your set. You will lose sight of me because I've got more white than a champagne winery. I want to thank you for taking some time with me, taking a break, just escape, clear the diary. The haters say, "Alex, you can't use a rhyming scheme. You're so no glass. You should be on come dine with me." That's fine with me. I've got you up a storm. Toast you, then roast you just to keep myself warm. That was a first degree burn, but an instant form. Don't debate my oration. I was born in a form. I'm a storm in a teacup. So shady with a beak up. Check what you heard. My wordplay will sneak up. Turn up the speakers until the show's over. Welcome to the show. Alex Cofield, Supernova. Oh, a bit of background info. Undisputed king of the castle, no resistance. Used to run wild with a crew of young misfits through the summer until some of the sons grew distant, increased their distance while I had persistence. Now I walk alone, last man standing, through the tombstones of the foes I'm withstanding. Well, not so much foes, more like folks that I know. Most were old, they died of the cold. It was a shame though. Is that the life I am to lead right in front of me? Living in this village till I kick at age 93. Live fast, die young, lifestyle is unattainable. Action is rationed until my hunger is insatiable. Patiently waiting for the world to show me more, cause right now I'm threatened to death by being bored. My father, like my father, comes to me with a great pause, saying, "Son, one day all this will be yours." Course for applause until you're filled with remorse. That's what you get when you look against horse in the jaw. Lose a finger or 4, taken off of the wrist. Now I'm all of a twist, cause I'm asking for more. No disrespect to the village, I went wrong her, but since 93 I came, I saw, I conquered. Man about town in a manner of speaking. Raise the roof of your house till your manner starts leaking, cause I'm what they call when the party starts, cause I'm armed to the teeth and make no tarts. I do my part, sculling hummers into the night. That's how people get loose in their 20s, right? Right? It's my life so far, the story of the night in which I am a star and I'm burning bright. So check your SPF factor when it cruise down your lane in my John Deere tractor. Speaking more modestly, gotta tell you honestly, it means a lot to me that you would stop and flock to me. I know that there's a lot to see and I don't have the bodies for your friends that I see regularly. Average age who talk to me are often over 63. Literally, I seem to be the youngest voice to hear in the North Pedal constituency. My social life is ruining the approach I take to doings. Friendless with an endless dependence on community. I'm calling for a mutiny to make plans for the future me and analyse the scrutiny. Where is it that I want to be? Where is it that I want to be? Where is it that I want to be? If I could change my dream, make some green when the lottery road I need to see. Where is it that I want to be? Where is it that I want to be? Where is it that I want to be? I'm coming back to earth, gotta work, duty's calling me, there is no alternative. This is where I've got to be. Good afternoon, Brighton, how are we? Wonderful stuff. Welcome to the show. This is Alex Cofield, Supernova. And I can see quite a few of you now looking at your tickets going, I thought this was Pick of the Fringe. Yeah, so I'm not Michael Fabry, and we're not going to bring out the trash test dummies to do 5 minutes of juggling, unfortunately. This is the Grand Brighton and Warren Staff's Pick of the Fringe, Alex Cofield, Supernova. It's all me, baby. It's all me. I'm very sorry to disappoint you. It wasn't a competition, but hey, I won it. What's the show about? You're asking. Well, mainly, it's a lot of this. That will happen intermittently. What's the show about? Essentially, me. But there's several different kinds of me in this show. There's the older, wiser, narrator version of me. Hi. There's the younger, flashback, naive version. Back then, I used to live in a tiny little village called North Piddle. Population of about 500, and at one point, a very frustrated me. Very keen, very eager to leave me, but what I didn't realise is that there were nefarious forces at work behind the scenes trying to trap me, trying to keep me from reaching my destiny. Ooh, dramatic irony. Back then, I did nothing but a simple paper round to pass the time and earn a bit of money on the side, so let's see what an average day in the life was like for me, with nothing but the North Piddle residents for company. Read all about it, North Piddle Express. But when you only have your neighbours to write about in the press, you're hard-pressed to find an issue that jumps off the page. So if you want to engage, you have to settle for less. Today's issue, another thrilling cover you'll see. Woman reunited with hat lost in tree. Now, I'm not misleading you when I say this concludes a saga that's had readers here gripped for a week. Inside it's no different, just filled with fluff pieces. Man yells at cow, weekly bin collection ceases. Lamb falls down well like it's an episode of Lassie. Better lay off the gas before the drama increases. Truth is, well, Piddle's gone years without a scandal. Not since Billy Birch lit up the church with a candle. This twice attempted arsonist will later meet the parson's fist re-flicker when the vicar flew off the handle. It was a rough one. I don't write the papers, I just deliver them to my fellow villagers, to which I am ambivalent. I navigate the lanes that bend into a maze, dropping breaking world news or the village equivalent. First up today is the next door neighbour. Now she's known to be prone to erratic behaviour. See, Cheryl doesn't tone down an inside voice, and her choice of words just makes her all the more crazier. You tell your father I know that he lied, because your fucking fence is still leaning on my side. He said it'd be fixed by July, it's August 1st, and what's worse is I don't think that he's tried. So you tell him that when you see him later. What have you got for me now? Another fucking paper? I'm up to my ears in this shit you've been giving. Why do I end up living next to such shit neighbours? Further down the road, we have old man Mike. Used to be the gardener with a severe dislike for the children who played on the seeds that he laid of the village green he tended morning, noon and night. Accent so thick that you can't understand him. Now he walks with 2 sticks just to keep him upstanding. 'Cause arthritis has taken him in his old age as he fumbles the page of the paper I hand him. We must see about time that you turn out now when there's lost in high cream I turn out for 68 years old where I hear proper paper boy but you that turn up. Right here, what is all wrong on cider? Nothing I can't be washed down with some cider. Oh no, oh, leave me alone. I catch you by if I go to cider. Mrs. Fletcher, a spinster, as nice as they come, treats everyone here like she's their surrogate mum. Never been one to hustle lest you give her a puzzle, cause she only stops for breath when her Sudoku is done. I've been visiting her house ever since I was a child. I know the twinkle in her eye, I know the gleam in her smile. If you have a problem which you find distressing, she will help you address it, though it might take a while. Come on in, dear, you're not usually late. Just pop it down there. Top right corner's an 8. Oh, that'll do fine. Bottom left, that's a 9. I've completed a line. You're just on time at this rate. Bottom middle column, I suspect, is a 3. Are you hungry, my dear? Would you care for some tea? I've just been to the store. Oh, my gosh, it's a 4. Well, my door's always open if you ever need me. One person here who already knows the news. The self-appointed leader of the village in his view. Fingers in pies of town, parish, WI, neighbourhood watch in his pocket, just to name but a few. Always observing, he doesn't miss a trick. That's why I find him to be a bit of a prick. Obnoxious, controlling, patrolling with glee, and now he holds the keys. And his name is Fishwick. 12:05, all is looking well, I see my parish thrive. Find it quite compelling if I close my eyes. Flooded with the smell of summer breeze, honeybees, chestnut trees, 20 degrees. 1:15, pastel blue sedan which I have never seen. Pulls over and began to clean the window screen. Stationary for up to 7 minutes, but my petunias inhibit me from viewing who is in it. While this morning, at 9:10, whilst Mrs. Best is wrestling her washing line, I see the doors at 44 selling unspun honey, but before they profit, they forgot to run by me. Oh, hello. Arthur from number 64. I just noticed you're selling produce from a private residence. I wonder if you filled out a private residence business form. It's fine if you haven't, it's fine. I've got one right here. Just get this to me by the end of the week. Thank you so very much. It's fine. 2:04. Cofield boy delivers papers to my door. But destiny dictates he's in for more in store. The future of the village when I'm gone, he'll be strong, he'll carry on the work I've done. I must know every move he makes to keep him here at home. Convince him that there's nowhere else for him to go. His only future lies here with us. Gain his trust, if we lose him we go bust. Our parish members all been warned. It is their obligation to keep me informed of any notion of his motions or his tendencies. If he's ever going to leave, it must be run by me. You know, it's a lot harder to look after a village than you might expect. It takes a keen eye for detail, good censorship, a good pen, and a good notebook in which to write copious notes in. It's meticulous. Let me show you. As the time goes by, keep a watchful eye. Note down what you spy, recording all the time. I don't like to pry, but if you don't abide the rules that we apply, you will not reside within our town at all. Rules that we install make misery befall all who have the gall to try and circumvent without prior consent. Cause I will not relent on those who spread dissent. Make no mistake, you're perfectly free to do as you please, as long as it's run by me. The summer fete, run by me. Harvest dance, run by me. Winter ball, run by me. Got a new romance, ha, run by me. Parish council, run by me. Horse and stable, run by me. Neighbourhood watch, run by me. The bus timetables, run by me. Fishing spots, run by me. Farmers market, run by me. Weekly rental, run by me. Neighborhood watch, run by me. Village shop, run by me. House for sale, run by me. Your local hours, run by me. North Pedals, run by me. Winter clap, volume down. Participation, I'm joking now. Got an Amazon package, a new conservatory, your weekend plans, your MOT, got a cold, your date of birth, breakfast choice, your pension's worth, your Wi-Fi speed, having a fiddle, everything, North Pedal. So we have some quirky characters in the village. Quirky but quaint. But on Friday night, all differences are set aside as the entire village gathers together for what we like to call Friday night drunk fight at the Bull's Head in North Piddle. This is a night when everyone can come together and hash out their differences, settle their scores between salted nuts and spilt pints, while the rest go nuts and give them applause. So today, it's the turn of our resident hero, me, versus the local village barfly, Big Pat. So charge your glasses and cut the chat as Big Pat tells us where he's at. Listen, you're too young to understand, but the way things are going, this is getting out of hand. I'm not saying immigration should be banned, but I'd be damned if I hand over parts of my land for a grand expansion with space in demand. You mark my words, it's us who'll be slammed. You ask Fishwick, he's seen the plans. I swear whilst I'm breathing, I'm taking a stand. Keep North Piddle for those that belong. Our community is little and that makes it stronger than anything you'd see elsewhere. I don't care what you'd say about the city, I'd never live there. Never in a million years. I'll still be sat here when the apocalypse nears. You'll all be sorry when this all disappears. I'll have another beer when you're ready, Dave. Cheers. Oh God, yeah. Right, what's the damage? How much? Not sure can manage that. You want the prices? A quick cash grab, do us a favour and stick her on the tab. Honestly, it's trying to bleed us dry. No wonder it's going under, I mean, you can see why. If I ran this place, I would turn it around, not piss off the patrons and run it into the ground. You're probably too young to remember. We used to have a beer fest every September. Now look at it, it's hard to conceive. It doesn't even open on New Year's Eve. Mind you, I wouldn't be surprised. I hear the summer fate's gonna be half the size than it was if you think back to 5 years ago. This place has already gone to the dogs, you know. First thing to go will be the local shops, and if we lose them, then we have limited options. New houses will only look tacky, and they'll only be filled with immigrants and...
I disapprove.
Honestly, those words were stirring. I'd almost take him serious if it weren't for the slurring. Has it occurred to you in these truths you deliver? The first thing you might want to fix is your liver. Clearly the knowledge you gained at age gate is saved only for the elderly or the inebriated. So please, tell me more, almighty sage, of how things were before in the dinosaur age when we didn't have a housing problem or bloody immigrants stealing all of our jobs, and we still had it tougher than kids these days. And yet you're still standing, my God, I'm amazed. However, something I feel is worth mentioning. We're 19 years into the 21st century. I hate to break it, but you're frozen in stasis. Your views are outdated and just a little bit racist. I get it, I do. This place is serene. You want to maintain its beauty and keep it pristine, but in the same breath, you call it $1 million whilst also listing half a dozen reasons why it sucks. Your apathy's infuriating, reasoning strange, not thinking of the future. You're just frightened of change. No reports to support this wisdom you've doubted, but if you're unhappy, do something about it. Or is it simply that you lack ambition when your greatest accomplishment by your admission is getting home in one piece after a skinful? What must it be like to have goals so simple? You knock back the units, you nitpick and moan, call your wife just to drive your drunken ass home, till the next day arrives, then let it be known, here comes King Pat on his beer cake throne. I mean, Pat, if I offend, I don't mean to be ruthless. But can't you see repetitive complaining is fruitless? Useless is waiting till we're old and toothless. I can't do the same as you, cause the truth is, call a porter, let's put things in order. Call the estate, tell them don't wait up late. Call the boss, try to book some time off. Call a cab, cause I'm packing my bags. Call a cab, cause I'm packing my bags. Call a cab, cause I'm packing my bags. I'm eager to see what the wide world has, so call a cab, cause I'm packing my bags. I'm 24 now, will I live to be 25? Definitely. Question is, am I alive, or am I simply existing, resisting temptation to give in to this new persisting sensation? Expectations weighted upon me the most to stay at my station, remain at my post. The world surges forward, yet we merely coast. As we sleepwalk through life, a population of ghosts. If you find yourself here, you either hope me or lost. The sat-nav just ticks off the lines that you crossed. Tom gonna turn wrong, Siri's hesitating.
100 yards, turn back, recalculating.
Out there's a whole world for the taking. Untold potential that keeps my heart aching. I'm very sorry for the traditions I'm breaking, but if this is a dream, consider me waking. So, call a cab cause I'm packing my bags. Call a cab cause I'm packing my bags. Don't call Uber, they don't pay their tax, but call a cab cause I'm packing my bags. Call a cab cause I'm packing my bags. Call a cab cause I'm packing my bags. I'll see every country collect their flags. So, call a cab cause I'm packing my bags. I want to apologise for airing my frustration. My temperamental temper just inflates the situation. And whether up or together, whether these feelings better depends on my benevolent emotional navigation. Anticipation's been building for years on enders. One by one, I lose more of my friends. So I'm the last one here of my own generation. My eagerness turns into sheer desperation. I don't want to be the cause of any affront, but I've had my fill of living like an old school countryside funk. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be blunt, but I'll be leaving North Piddle by the end of the month. Had I said something wrong? Sure, I might have railed off a bit against Big Pat there, might have gone a bit overboard, but there was something about everyone's reaction in the pub that seemed severe. All eyes fixed on me, everyone was shooting me daggers. I thought I had to get out of there fast. Sure enough, it wasn't long until word of what happened reached Fishwick's ears, and his response was more extreme than anyone's. To my attention that at 9:15 last night, the Cofield boy engaged in a verbal, rhetoric-filled fight, which culminated in such a fashion no one can believe, when he passionately actioned his willingness to leave. Inconceivable, ruthless options, what we must adopt. I must pull all my strings if he is ever to be stopped. First, we cancel the entire bus service. They wouldn't get through anyway if the roads being resurfaced. Issue the district council with an immediate goal to fill in every single ditch and pothole that peppers the roads that surround my town. Making extra repairs that take the Wi-Fi down. Take out the phone line, no signal or 3G, but to be honest, that's the same as most days, really. Clear off the footpaths, no entry permitted. Start a livestock scare, so the fields are omitted. We have to take care. If we lose them, we're lost. Cut off his escape, no matter the cost. So as you can imagine, in the coming days and weeks, it became increasingly impossible to physically leave the village of North Piddle. Every road was being cut off and blocked, every footpath being watched and monitored. I thought someone, somewhere, must know a way out. They must know something. And then it clicked. Now, if you need to know anything about the goings-on in North Piddle, there's only one place you need to go. The village shop. The beating heart of the entire village, whose main business seems to be other people's business. Nothing happened in North Piddle without the shopkeeper, Wendy, finding out about it. And all that information can be yours. For a price. sign reads welcome, that's a good omen. Ring-a-ding goes the bell as the door opens. A sly glance on Wendy at the desk, unimpressed with a new guest and nervous, but I'm doing my best. She rests her chin and a hand on a counter. I breathe in, ready for my encounter. Pop bubble gum between her lips. She jumps the tips of her nails, getting louder and louder. Now I'm staring at the ice creams, trying not to meet the gaze of the ice queen. Make it look like a buying, so I mumble a bit. £2.50 for a Magnum. Shit, what now? I waited enough, started to look suspicious. Sidle up to the desk saying, delicious. When he looks at me weird, cause who says delicious when holding a box of goddamn cereal? Seriously, let's not here start a conversation. Now she's starting to stare, clocking onto my ways. Says, is that everything for you today? My heart stops. She knows. Take a breath and begin when I don't suppose you would know what the hell is going on with the roads, or if there's one that isn't as close as the rest. I guess it's a long shot to know, but if I were obsessed with wanting to go, what would be the best route to take? It's not for me, I'm asking for a mate. Silence, cold spine, looks me dead in the eye, says $3.99. $3.99, I think that's a lot. Then I notice she's quietly tapping a box that reads, donations welcome, roof repairs. But I bet the roof would see a penny that's there. Now I'm shitting myself like I've OD'd fibre. Pull out my wallet and a slipper of fibre. No change, she says, and I nod, that's fine. Leans in closer, face close to mine. Bubblegum breath flying into my sinus as she regales the tale she heard on the grapevine. Now the thing about Wendy is, she has a very roundabout way of giving you the information you're after. She'll get there eventually, but you have to have patience. Because boy, does she have a story to tell. And you better be ready to hear it. She begins. You know Janice, who lives in the blacksmith's house? She's seen a couple of guys messing about on the road that goes through the town going south. So then Jumpalo loaders in and out town began to scout. She had her doubts about the road being functional again without being told it was running again. See, Janice has a visitor. It's only a casual friend who's been seen lately hanging around ever since her husband's been out of town on a trip. And now the tables are flipped, cause this wasn't part of the script. If a man came home, she was gonna be done, so she made up her mind it had to be done. Went out to the driver's engine running, saying, hey there fellas, how far have you come? They looked dumbfounded, caught in the act. Road still closed behind them, that's a fact. Moved on quick, no time to chat now. Will he be wanting a bag for that? Sorry? No, I'm fine, thank you. Well, have a good day then, she says, and stops talking. Fine, I'll have a bag. How much is it? 20p? He says £2. £2? A slip of the money and a try again. About these men. While Janice was able to keep her poise, she noticed the drivers were local boys. New employees are Mr. Fishwick, and one of them, Craig, sent her a dick pic the year before. Well, you know how Craig is. Been after Janice for fucking ages. He's a pest if you ask me. She reckons he's a 7, but at best he's a 3. I'd test for the clap if he came near me. Been arrested twice when he was a teen, and he's not matured much since. Got sacked as the butcher, but kept fucking the mince. So he's unemployed, just dossing a bit when who should come along but old Fishwick, and this shit starts to get real. Hires Craig and cuts him a pretty sweet deal. Driving trucks and delivering feed, restocking the shop if we're ever in need. So Craig makes a good impression. We start to look past his little indiscretions. So Fishwick still gets deliveries? Maybe, but you didn't hear it from me. When does Craig leave for the highway? Comes and goes every Tuesday and Friday. That means it's tonight. If I could time it alright, slip onto the truck out of sight. Maybe the future is bright. Wendy, I owe you a pint. Have a good night, she says. But Fishwick won't let you leave without a fight. And she was right. And that night, as I tried to take flight, Fishwick proved that his bark came just before his bite. Saddle the horses, running the forces. I'm back in a stallion, ready to sally, and I'm remorseless. Tally the corpses, follow your sources. Gather the hunt, 'cause here in the country we know blood sport is. Host whilst the prayer's running. Don your red coats, 'cause you better note that the British are coming with stunning in our regalia. won't accept failure. He may be young, but he's gonna be hung like a horse's genitalia. Canter and pillage bring swift retribution. I run this village, judge, jury, execution. Guilty of treason, he will have to flee affirmative when it's fox hunting season. There's a reason I'm conservative. Whip crack the steed, we stampede across the scrub with a team of keen hunters from the North Middle Country Club. Burst through the shrubs. His agility is troubling. Let's nip into the bud, then head to the pub and pop open the bubbly lovely. Fighting it funnily, doubly thrilling. You're running into an ugly grilling. You'll show remorse when you see my horse. More intent on me than killing. Honestly, he's a psycho, a four-legged maestro. And he loses shit when he spits his bit. Rips out some mic smoke. Thoroughly hurrying, running to gun ahead. Get to cover then. I see him scurrying. I get to bury him, telling you lose when you're not in my shoes. I'm galloping on with every furlong. I'm ready to let loose, reckless like Equus. You'll never expect us, so check out my vectors. As a Homo and Homo erectus, a red mystic sea biscuit crushing me. Don't risk it, resistance is futile. You're gonna wish you never existed to back me. Got great odds with a pack of 28 dogs, smacking the lips to taste fox. Now you're main course, now watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Now watch me gallop and get one pound for him, so shack for a buck in a heyday. I'm a natural, on my way to win the Grand National. And a chopper to the bit with the bars I spit me, hunt to the roast and I dash them all. Darkness descends upon the land, prevents me from scanning through the fields. With my seed to heal, I will not yield. On foot, pursue him. He thinks he's elusive, but when I find him, he will be rampage exclusive. Searching through the undergrowth, checking every leaf and toadstool, she may be harboring a fugitive. You must know, a punitive solution is what waits when I'm through with him. My senses are intuitive. You'll see what I will do to him. Then I hear the call. Our prey has fallen by the wayside. We've got him. There's hope for us after all. Mr. Cofield, the crimes which you committed against our village today are, to put it mildly, severe. The indignation with which you have presented yourself today, if only you knew what your importance could be, what your role could be in our community, if only you just... We have heard the prosecution and the defense for your case. However, I must advise that you put these flights of fancy of running away out of your mind, boy. As punishment for your crimes against the village, you are hereby ordered to continue your work on the paper round for free for the foreseeable future. Furthermore, you are hereby ordered to deliver a formal apology to the entire village in 1 week's time during the summer fete. Do I make myself clear? And you best thank God that your punishment is not more severe. Fishwick is ruthless, won't get off on my case. Now the whole town is plastered with pigs in my face. Disgrace, they whisper, as I'm passing them by, and I can but try to retain some grace. What's more, I'm forced to keep working for free, show remorse in due course with an apology. I scream in the face of this miserable fate, and at the summer fete I've got to straighten the record, it seems. Time for a reckoning. Truth it is beckoning. Mic drop the sight till the silence is deafening. Pick that shit up cause this stuff is expensive, and now the techie is staring and he's looking quite threatening. Back to reality, there's work to be done. Gotta tell the whole village that I tried to outrun that son of a bitch Fishwick and his mental horse. And of course, I've gotta tell them all that he really won. Starting next door, don't know what to say. Hi there, Cheryl, how are you doing today? But to my peril, Cheryl comes ready prepared, and I'm scared, unspared, the wave of venom she sprays. You nasty little shit, who do you think you are? Tried to run away, didn't get very far, did you? You lazy, annoying, ridiculous boy, and also keep down the noise cause you're shit at guitar. While that last jab seemed unnecessarily cruel, Mike was another one to never suffer a fool. But today his response seemed a lot less verbose as he mostly just scowled until he lost his cool. Twat. However, there's one house with the door always open. Mrs. Fletcher was always there to fix the heartbroken, and today she gave me the pieces I needed to understand my role as she solved a Sudoku. Straight in. Okay. Fishwick has been a dictator, Mrs. F, keeping me in this village till I take my dying breath. Now he's got me working same hours but for free, and it's summer fate I've gotta make a deep apology like I'm a school kid. Got me standing up there like a fool, kid. This is what happens when you try and break the rules, kids. Do I look stupid to you, like I'm a youth kid? Call me a PI, I wanna find out what the truth is. Got me asking why am I given hell? Locked up in a pastoral prison cell, questioning my upbringing hasn't risen well, like I'm a wholemeal loaf, casting off a natty spell, and he's harassing me, mumbling some shit about destiny. Mine's drawing blanks, it's as clueless as the rest of me. Is it a test for me? He knows what's best for me, or is he off his rocker thinking I am something blessed? Fishwick has always been a man of strong mind, but until you came along, he was always quite benign. Truth is, ever since he started acting odd, claiming he could see that you would be the prodigy of God, that he'd read the signs pointing to the night you were born. There had never been another person like you before. There were those that opposed, claiming that his mind is gone, but you can't deny his piousness, we let him go on. Started talking about the star signs, riling the critics, cause as you can believe, he's got no degree in physics, just a Bible that is open to interpretation. Propose what others know to be complete fabrication, that you're special. I'm sorry, I must sever expectation. It's best you learn now so that you're not led to temptation. But if you wish your freedom, face down your rival, for he believes that you're the key to North Middle's survival. Wait a minute, so you're saying that Fishwick thinks I'm some sort of saint? That's ludicrous. You must learn to listen, boy. The answers are all in front of you. You just need to slot them into place. Fishwick has always been a man of strong mind, but until you came along, he was always quite benign. Truth is, ever since he started acting odd, claiming he could see that you would be the prodigy of God, that he'd read the signs pointing to the night you were born. There had never been another person like you before. There were those that opposed, claiming that his mind is gone, but you can't deny his piousness, we let him go. One started talking about the star signs, riling the critics, cause as you can believe, he's got no degree in physics, just a Bible that is open to interpretation. Propose what others know to be complete fabrication. You're special. I'm sorry, I must sever expectation. It's best you learn now so that you're not led to temptation. But if you wish for freedom, face down your rival, for he believes that you're the key to North Middle's survival. Mrs. Fletcher blew my mind! I had no idea idea that the entire village was so superstitious to believe such nonsense that Fishwick had dreamed up. It was hard to conceive. It was almost like some sort of hastily written plot to a Brighton Fringe show that had to be registered about 6 months beforehand, and then you actually have to write the show after you registered it, but you have to choose the title first, and you have to retroactively make the elements of the plot fit together to make the original title make sense at the end. It was bonkers. Soon enough, though, a week passed, and the day finally arrived for the North Biddle summer fete. Everyone was there. The entire village gathered together to celebrate a summer's day in North Biddle. Over in one corner, you had Big Pat propping up the entire bar tent, spinning a yarn about his latest round of golf. Meanwhile, expletives were being yelled from the bric-a-brac tent in the back, where Cheryl was trying to haggle over the price of a broken lamp. Meanwhile, down in the far corner, there was Mike, stood proudly next to a giant leek, which he had grown and entered into the biggest vegetable competition. Though he was standing next to it so ferociously, you think he'd rather stab you with it than actually enter it. Soon enough, 4 o'clock rolled round, and it was time for me to take centre stage. I was beckoned over to the bandstand, and the entire village gathered around, all eyes fixed on me. Fishwick handed me the microphone, and it was time to make my speech. But this was no day for apologies. I want to apologise for airing my frustration. It's not my intention to provoke such aggravation. This impatient behaviour defies explanation as I battle with my own isolation, so I'm sorry that I put you all through this. But now in my penance, I understand what the truth is. You asked me to be Jesus, all I gave you was Judas, and Jesus, I could shoot up a million excuses to try and justify the reasons I do this. But at the end of the day, when all of you guffaw at what the pauper has to say, the truth remains the same. I cannot save this town. Just look around and count the amount of differences you found. I don't cultivate or generate wealth. I don't work the ground. I have no impact on our general surroundings. I cannot save this town. I make such little contribution. Earn a bit of money working paper distribution, but you fail to see through your prosecution, as I'm not your be-all, your end-all, your solution. I cannot save this town. Did you ever step back to think of the impact on my life? The years and ends when all my friends would lead to live the high life, yet I trapped here in a never-ending twilight, picking out the highlights when all by the wildlife for company? It's not for me. Yes, it's pristine. Yes, it's serene. It's beauty irrefutable. But apart from that, I mean what is here for me. A community which loves me and is dear to me. Supportive as long as I endorse and adhere to thee. Purporting Fishwick's laws because of his astronomy. He saw a star when I was born and now he thinks I'm a prodigy. He casts a spell, now you're compelled to aiding him in stopping me? What nonsense! Check my responses. If I were raised a man of faith, perhaps I'd be more responsive, but alas, mere mortal human. Flawed and unassuming human. Often skittish and seemingly pathetic because I'm British and overly apologetic, sorry. Floppy-haired, soppy-stared, often sexually impaired. The faults of my stars never end. And now I'm forced to write one-man shows because I have no friends. Is this really what the future looks like? To a community which already is bonded over this life? Without me, you'll be fine. And so I'm going, now that I've had my say. But to ring on it and vanish from this parish, like Bilbo or Beyonce. Though I may be flown away by fate along the road, just know in my heart, North Biddle will always be home. This weird little village in which I used to roam. What? That's your apology? That's not the one I invented? Boy, I told you to make a mockery, you're gonna regret it. Better cool for a minute, just the way that you're headed, you're in the path of the bull. And I'm seeing red, it's pure slander. Don't listen to a word that he said. Alexander, I think it's time we put this to bed. You know the rules here. This is my jurisdiction. If you're so keen to leave, show me your conviction. Going through me is the only way you'll win. When you hear the beat drop, we begin. tomorrow you may find me a great man. For those who don't follow the rules or misbehave, and goddamn, I know I've been quite a nuisance. No room for improvements, I'm too full of excuses. My verbal revolution has provoked his retribution. I was set on execution, I don't know where the noose is. Of course I should have guessed that you would have one final touch of me. Try and get the best of me before I reach my destiny. A recipe for disaster if I don't overthrow this guy's supremacy and master my own fate. This bastard won't hesitate to make me pay for all my previous mistakes. Though he's devious, clearly underestimates the stakes. Tug of war is nothing more than foreplay for the crowd. So before I leave, I'm gonna heave you to the fucking ground. How much more this dastardly performance must we endure before we let catastrophe befall us? Please God, help me in good grace, keep walking. We all know you've got as much faith as Richard Dawkins talking out your arse faster than Big Pat when he's blasted. So I live a life and you enjoy it while it lasted. You'd rather see me ousted for the sake of some autonomy, or good luck buying a house we already fucked to the economy. If waiting table satiates you, go and seize the day. But I'm strong and stable like I've taken lessons from Theresa May. I'm staying put, I got my feet dug in. And without a girlfriend, thought you'd be better at tunnel. Just a lone wolf, black sheep of a pack. Most notably, the only one who's ever had the gall. Say no to me, no to these. Both of these are people who look up to me. So for their sake, I'll never let you go free. Life on the line, the future is mine. Life on the line, the future is mine. Life on the line, the future is mine. You've got to seize it with both hands, pull hard for what you want. Say I believe it, and not plan towards the day you stand with your achievements. Hang all those who say you won't succeed. If you want to proceed, you're all those who are impede. You want to breathe deep, clear the mind, and gather up your strength enough to lead. Keep on the attack as it starts to weaken. Now it heave. Speak up to this hell where I'm residing. With one final ball, God knows fate did decide it! I submit. I concede. You are the winner. Well, please, I beg of you, just reconsider. Without you, our youth, our future is gone. Our community, our way of life will cease to go on. It's wrong. I built this parish with my own two hands. It's destined to perish when I return to the land. You would be handed my entire legacy if you would just stay in the village. For me, nah. I think I'm alright, thanks. I'm gonna go now. And with that, I left North Piddle. Thank you, Brighton! Thank you so much for coming out tonight! Have you enjoyed yourself? Oh! We got one more to go! Thank you so much! Let's do it! I've been waiting a lifetime to say this, anticipating my time for greatness. I thought I'd cry to say that I'm famous, but success, of course, I can taste it. End of the story, I'm calling the dailies, holding the glory to lunch of daisies. The fact you saw you truly amazed me. Now take the streets are repeating, oh praise me. Spread the word of the hat, and you Messiah has come. Not the one that you think is big as fat as his mum. He's got a one-man show, it's inherently dumb, but it's a shitload of fun. And he's sold out his run, he's straight, he's white, he's male, he's middle class. He raps, wears caps, and looks a bit of an arse. The story's more than true, it's clear to see. When he's on stage, he's right where he wants to be. Alright, where I wanna be. purpose is so important, folks. Take your 5 a day. Moral messages. I'll tell the critics. Can you hear them whinge about another white dude bringing rap to the fringe? Could you binge watch this till you come unhinged? Or was it a slow death? Quick face a syringe. Put me to sleep. Should I rent out some pillows? You came for 8 mile and got a ring in the willows. Poo-poo beef man on the toe-to-toe wall. Listen to you once, now he thinks he's Biggie Smalls. But whatever happened to the North Middle people who carry on tending their farmyards and steeples without the star child on which they relied? The village imploded and everyone died. Kidding, nothing happened, it's exactly the same. Fishwick still firmly holding on to the reins. Clearly not missing this 1 out of tea. Right now I'm right where I'm wanting to be. I'm right where I wanna be. Thank you so much. I'm gonna skip that hard bit. Oh. I'm right where I wanna be. I gotta thank the Warren for taking a chance on a guy who this entire time has been shitting his pants, prancing around and matching the sound of his own voice, and your choice to come today makes me enhanced. Thousands of shows to see in this circus. The fact you found mine completely inserted a city of posters on every service, and I'm nervous. Hope to God it was worth it. But it's not just me who needs your attention. My technical boys deserve special mention. And if you've a penchant for social invention, hashtag your thoughts on my verbal ascension. Drop me a link or send me a DM. But we've got to be out by 1:30 PM. So thank you for coming. For now the show's over. I'm an ex Cofield and this was Supernova. Take it back. They're the ones that made this all happen. Thank you so much. Massive thank you to the Warren, to Nikki, to Tom, to Josh and Rich. Thank you so much. This has been a mind-blowing. I don't know words. Thank you all so much for coming out. This has been the Extra How Did Show in the House Cofield Supernova. The Fringe is done for me. I'm out of here. But if you did like the show, we've got plenty of dates coming up. We've got Ludlow, we've got Oxford, Manchester, York, Edinburgh Fringe. If you know anyone in there, please spread the word. Tell them if you liked it. If you did not like the show, then shh. That's just as important. But seriously, thank you so much for coming. Don't go anywhere, because next up at 2:30 is Privates in here, and they are hilarious, and I cry with laughter every time, so please stick around, see them as well, give them big love and support. I'm going to leave you to it. Thank you so much, and good night!